Welcome back to the center of it all. You know, we've definitely been feeling the summer heat here in central Pennsylvania, and our Wilson Magua has some great advice to help you cope with the rising temperatures.
Now that summer is here, we'll see the highest temperatures of the year. 90-degree heat is set to forecast in many parts of the country. Dr. Tom Waters is an emergency room doctor at the Cleveland Clinic. He says that high conditions are just right for a heat emergency.
When the temperature is very high, it inhibits your body's ability to dissipate heat, and especially when it's humid as well, because our main mechanism to get rid of heat is through sweating, and when it's very hot and humid, we're not very efficient at getting rid of the heat. So both of those two conditions can predispose a person to a heat emergency.
Warning signs of a heat emergency can include a general sick feeling, nausea, and a headache. If extreme, a heat emergency can cause someone to fall into a coma. Dr. Waters says it's important to watch out for the signs and get help as soon as possible.
If you notice that yourself or a loved one is experiencing any of those signs, such as some nausea, listlessness, a headache, remove yourself from the heat and, start hydrating. If you notice a loved one is starting to act confused, that's a true heat emergency and you need to get them to the hospital right away.
Dr. Waters recommends frequent breaks if you're outside for long periods of time and drinking plenty of fluids to stay hydrated. He says you don't want to lose too much sodium through sweating.
You want to make sure you're drinking water or electrolyte solutions. They want to avoid things that contain caffeine, such as soda pop or coffee, and things that will make you more dehydrated. Alcohol as well is a no-no because it's going to make you more dehydrated.
Young children and the elderly are more susceptible to high heat, so make sure you monitor them closely, make them take breaks, and keep them well hydrated. For the center of it all, I'm Wilson Magua.
Unfortunately, with the warm summer weather comes all those annoying summer bugs with their bites. And in today's final story, Wilson Magua pulls double duty to let you know how to deal with those pesky bites.
One of the things we hate about summer is the bugs and the bites they leave behind. Some of them can even make us sick. Dr. Lara Denziger-Isakov is an expert on infectious diseases at Cleveland Clinic. She says mosquito bites can become a problem if you don't leave them alone.
Mosquito bites can get super infected, so if they go from being a little bit red and swollen to being larger red and swollen, having any kind of yellowish drainage or crusting over them, or they appear to be getting warmer and larger, you really should let someone know.
Dr. Denziger-Isakov says fever and muscle weakness are also signs of a bug bite that may be getting the best of you. Mosquitoes can also carry the West Nile virus, but adults are at much higher risk of contracting the disease than children. Tick bites are also a common concern at this time of the year. They can transmit things like Lyme disease or Rocky Mountain spotted fever, but Dr. Denziger says you should do a tick check after spending time in high grass or the woods and remove them right away.
Most ticks don't cause infection unless they've been attached for more than 24 hours or so. So they have to actually be attached and have a feed and have time to transmit the infection.
The Centers for Disease Control recommends removing ticks with a pair of tweezers by grabbing it as close to the skin's surface as possible. For the center of it all, I'm Wilson Magua.
For more information, log on to clevelandclinic.org. Well, this puts a lid on another edition of the Center of It All. But don't forget to like WHVL on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great day, everyone.